If you ever landed in Orlando after a 10-hour flight and then realized you still have to stand in immigration for another hour, this video might completely change the way you travel. I have a hidden disability. I live with chronic pain because my foot is fused and I have severe arthritis, which means standing for long periods can be extremely painful for me. And for years, one part of travel stressed me out more than the flight itself. Arriving in the US and facing those long immigration lines. My record was at JFK, I was waiting for 4.5 hours. Then I found something that honestly changed my airport experience. It's called Mobile Passport Control, or MPC for short. It's free, it's official, and every time I fly into Orlando, I use it. In this video, I am going to show you exactly what MPC is, how you can use it, how to set it up before your trip, how to use it after landing, and some mistakes that can slow you down. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do before your next flight. Quick disclaimer before we start. This isn't a legal advice, and immigration procedures can change. Always check official information before you travel. I also want to say something important. I'm not making this video because I am trying to skip procedures. I still go through immigration. I still answer all of the questions. But I have mobility limitation. Most of the time I use special assistance in the airports. I have chronic pain and a hidden disability. And if you have something similar, or honestly, if you just want a smoother arrival experience, tools like this can make a huge difference. For me personally, standing still is much harder than walking. So reducing time in queues matters for me. And I know I am probably not the only traveler who quietly plans every airport around where they need to stand. If that sounds familiar, I can promise you, you are not alone. So, what actually is the MPC? And if my voice sounds funny, I'm so sorry. I did 3 walk-in tours yesterday and my voice is nearly completely gone. So, MPC stands for Mobile Passport Control. And it is an official app that allows eligible travelers to submit passport and custom informations electronically before meeting the officer. It doesn't replace immigration, it doesn't replace your passport. It simply makes the process more efficient. So, you will submit all the details in the app, receive a confirmation, make a screenshot or have it open, because I made the mistake that I couldn't find this confirmation again, and the officer was like, I need to see it, and I was like, yeah, let me figure it out. And it took me 5 minutes to find the confirmation again. And then use the MPC line where it is available. And in Orlando, last time, it saved me nearly 1 hour. And after the line, you speak to the officer as you would do in the normal line. And this can mean significantly less waiting time depending on the airport and the time of the day. In Orlando, this is one of the airports where this can be especially useful, especially during vacation periods or on busy time periods. I am most of the time landing between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. because the Discover flights are going there between this time frame, and it's not that busy at this time because it's always going to Terminal C, but I can just imagine how busy it can get during the day at Terminal A, B, or even at C. And before downloading the app, you need to make sure that you qualify. It's at the moment qualifying people for US citizen, lawful permanent residents, eligible travelers, depending on current program rules. And it is for individual travelers and families. And this part is important. Eligibility rules can change, so always verify before traveling. We are living in wild times, so rules can change in a matter of seconds. Don't assume because someone on YouTube used it 2 years ago that the rules are identical today. I always check if everything is still set up and good to go the moment before I board the plane to the States, because then I know I can have peace of mind during my flight, everything is set up. So now let's get step to step through the app. The first step would be download the app. Go to your app store and search for Mobile Passport Control. And make sure you are downloading the official app. Step 2, create your profile. Open the app, enter your passport information, personal details, traveler information, and double check spellings. A small typo can create unnecessary delays. Step number 3, add travel companions. This is optional. If you travel with a family or a partner, this can also save you a lot of time. Step 4, test it before departure. This is what I'm always doing. This one is one of my biggest recommendations. Don't do this while standing in arrivals. Open it before your trip. Know where everything is. My app is already set up. I only need to submit my photo and declare everything I have to declare, and I can send everything in. So this is exactly what I do. Step 1, my plane lands. Step 2, I wait until arrival procedures allow phone usage. So the phone knows when I am at MCO. Most of the time, the easiest way is just to connect to their Wi-Fi and then open the MPC app. Select your arrival airport, in this case again MCO, and to complete step number 5, complete the declaration. Step 6, submit it. Step 7, important, make sure you receive the confirmation, a screenshot, or just let this site open. And step 8, follow the signs for mobile passport control. This is usually the point where my stress level drops. I don't know about you guys, but I am stressed every time I'm going to the United States because of the immigration. I don't know why. It's the same when I'm going to Japan. I am just always stressed because after a long haul flight, I'm jet lagged and then I have to deal with stuff like that. It's always stressful for me, but maybe it's just a me thing. Because instead of mentally preparing for a long-standing queue, I know I already handled most of the process, and this is giving me a little bit of peace of mind. So let's talk about common mistakes to avoid. I already give you mine. The first thing, fast pacing. Here were mistakes I see travelers make. Mistake number 1, waiting until reaching the officer. It's not working out. This is not the way it should work. And in Orlando, they won't let enter you the line without the confirmation. So do it before. Maybe when you're waiting to deboard your plane or stuff like that. Number 2, wrong passport info. Always double check. Number 3, I always use Holafly or stuff like this for eSIM, so I'm not relying on Wi-Fi, because poor airport Wi-Fi can have an effect on how you can transmit everything. Mistake number 4, assuming every airport works exactly the same. This is not going to help you. I can just share my experience with MCO. I cannot say how the system is working at another airport. Mistake number 5, thinking MPC means automatic entry. It doesn't. You still have to talk to the officer and he is making the final decision. One thing I wish people talk more about is hidden disability travel. I committed my whole channel to hidden disability travel and theme parks. You don't have to look disabled for standing to be difficult. You don't owe strangers an explanation. And travel tools aren't cheating. They are there to help people move through the world more realistically. For me, MPC became part of my strategy. Not because I want special treatment, but because arriving with less pain means I actually get to enjoy Orlando when I get there. If you never tried mobile passport control before, I hope this maybe helped you. If you already use it, tell me in the comments what your experience was. And if you travel with chronic pain, mobility limitation, or hidden disabilities, feel free to share your best airport tips. If this video helped you prepare for your next Orlando trip, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And safe travels. I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.